Hello, assalamu alaikum, dear audience. I hope you all people are good in health and mind. Today, my topic of discussion is how to make great presentations. Usually, people make presentations, but to make a simple presentations great, there are some simple tools for you, and those tools are designed as for the beginners how they do good in their presentations. So I'm going to describe those simple guides for all of you. At first, these instructions are segmented into two parts. They are planning the presentation and delivering the speech. Under planning the presentation segment, three things to be kept in mind. One is write note cards on index cards, practice yourself and do the research. And under delivering the presentation segment, keep these things in mind. Smile at your audience, feel confident about your presentation, make eye contact, be sure to have inflection in your voice, control the audience attention, use hand motions, have a good conclusion, and walk back to your seat with a smile. These are the very simple suggestions. I am going to describe these key points, keynotes that will make a very simple presentations into a great one. So dear audience, from the first part, planning the presentation. In this segment, at first, write notes in the index card. It will help you to find out which topic is going to come after discussing your present topic. For that purpose, write the main ideas on the index card. Don't write in details, just the basic summary in 2 or 3 words for every sentence. Don't spend too much time looking at your card. Just take only a glance and hunt the information that you want. Do not go for a full page reading. Put in some fun facts, interactive questions to the audience, and other interactive activities on the cards to share with the class. And this planning will make your presentation in a vibrant conditions, and that will help you draw the attention of the audience. Then write the keywords or main ideas or whatever may be the topic, and it will help you if you are going to lost. For that purpose, if you need to see your index card, you are only going to scan the index card for information. Do not read every last word. And here, in most of the time, the act of putting information down on your index cards will help you remember the information. So while you might not strictly need the note cards, it's a nice security blanket to have if you happen to forget what you are going to say. Remember one thing, spend only at a glance. That's why audience don't feel that you are reading the index card. Next, practice, practice and practice. And for that purpose, in most presentations, it's pretty obvious who has practiced and who has not. Work on what you are going to say and how you are going to say. Use some common style in different presentations that will enable you to speak even if you have very little preparations. Say some common speech like in the next part, after discussing this part, use these types of common speeches that will enable you to talk when you want to remember. That will enable you to show audience or to draw audience even if you are going to change the topic. Then you will feel a lot more confident when you do the real thing, and you will eliminate the likes unlike those you try to wing it. Practice in front of your family and friends or in front of the mirror. When you rehearse your presentation, it's probably better to do it in front of your friends who you may not know well, as this will help you replicate the feeling of being in front of the class. And the basic suggestion for this part is that if you practice in front of someone or in front of mirror, it will help you believe that yes, you can do it in front of someone, and your belief that you can do it in front of someone will help you to do it in front of those people who are totally unknown, or in front of your teachers. Ask your friends for feedback after you finish your presentation. Was the presentation long enough? How was your eye contact? Were all the points clearly made? The feedback from your friends will probably help you to do good in the next presentations. Make critique of your practice performance. Remember, for the practice performance, when you practice, make someone that critically analyze my presentation. Challenge yourself to work on all the things that you believe you can improve during a real presentation. When it comes time to deliver the real deal, you will feel confident knowing that you have worked extra hard, so you are going to win the audience heart. Next, do the research. It will be very much helpful for presenting the fact and information in front of the audience. In order to give an engaging presentation, you need to know what you are talking about. You don't have to become expert for this or read every book or every website about the topic, but you should be able to answer some simple questions regarding this topic in front of your teacher or classmates. Get quotes from reliable sources. Good quotes make a usual presentation a great one. Taking what smart people have said and putting it in front of your presentation not only makes you look smart, it shows to the teacher and to the audience also that you spend time thinking about what other people said. Then make sure your sources are trustworthy. There is nothing that can quite break your confidence like a fact that turns out uh, to not be a fact. Don't always trust the information you get off the internet, because internet is full of lot of obsolete information too. Now we are moving towards the second part, that is delivering the presentations, and it is the actual classroom or presentation dais where you are going to deliver the presentation. In this part, from the very beginning, smile at your audience, because remember, you are going to win the heart of the audience, and to win the heart of the audience you need to have a very smile face. When it comes in time to present, there is nothing that draws your audience into your presentation than a very good old fashioned smile. Be happy, look like cheer up. You are about to teach your entire class something that they didn't know before. So, studies have shown that smiles are infectious. If you smile, other people will smile back. And it has another some resemblance that if audience smiles, it will make you happy and you are going to smile again. So smile is the foundation to win the heart of the audience. Next, feel confident about your presentation, because you are the expert into the classroom to talk about the fact. So if you are looking confused, people will not give their attention to you. So try to be confident. When you give your class a presentation, it's your job to make sure everyone understands what you are trying to tell them. Make sure you pay attention to how your teacher does this before your presentation, because teachers are the expert presenters. Be humble about what to do. Do not get tensed of being failed. Do not let the thought of failure creep into your mind. Be positive. Think that you are doing good and the result also will be good. In many ways, Your confidence is just as important as the information you are delivering. Information is very critical, but your confidence level is also critical because important information loses its attention due to lack of confidence. Also, if you are confident, you will have a better time exchanging ideas with the class. If you need a confidence boost, think in terms of big picture. After 10 or 15 minutes, your presentation will be over. What will your presentation matter in the long run? Probably not that much. So why too many tens? Be confident. It doesn't matter. Whatever happens, let them happen. I will try my best. I will do good and I must do good. Think in this way, be positive and focus on your confidence that you are doing great. And this will definitely create a very good impression into your audience. Then you have to show or ensure some sort of eye contact. So make eye contact with your audience. Nothing is more boring than listening to a presenter who looks at the floor or at the note cards. Relax. Your audience is made up of your friends and you talk to them all the time. Talk to them at the same style. So why you are thinking or making yourself confused or why you feel shy, look at them very confidently. Have the goal of looking at every person in the classroom at least once. In this way, everyone will feel like you have engaged with them. Plus, you will look like you know what you are talking about because if you look at here and there, they will find you that you are confused. But if you look at them, then they will feel that you know what you are going to speak. When you look at them, try to look in between two eyes because it will ensure that everyone will think that you are looking at them, but in fact you are not looking at them. So in this way you can establish eye contact. You can make them think that you are looking, but simultaneously you are not completely looking at them. A very very critical thing is that do not show your backside to your audience. Whenever you are going to see the PowerPoint slides or going to see your note cards, make sure you are not showing your backsides or you are not fully stacked into the incident or you are not fully dependent on the slides or note. Ensure eye contacts. Then be sure to have inflection in your voice. Your voice is very much significant. Sometimes your voice will roar up, sometimes your voice will go down, and this upward and lower movement will give your audience about the importance of your topic that you are going to discuss. In that case, your goal is to engage your audience, not to put them sleep. Be animated about that your topic. Talk about it as if it was the most interesting thing in the world. Your classmate will thank you for this in the next time when you finish your presentations. Inflection is the kind of movement that radio DJs put into their voice. It's the ramp up pitch in your voice when you get excited. You don't want to sound like you have just seen a lion, but you also don't want to be sound like you have just seen a very very normal or simple thing either. Rather, vary your mood, vary your voice. Sometimes it is up, sometimes it is low, and that will make your presentation much more interesting. In the next level, control the audience attention because audiences are your heart. Your presentation is valuable due to audience. So you must have to apply some sort of controlling the audience technique. And in that case, if audiences get bored, if they only look at you or only look at the PowerPoint, so you have to apply some technique. Make such a style that can ensure audience's attention movement. For example, in a presentation case you are going to define the power. What is power? In that case, It is just like an example that how you can control your audience. At first, you can say or describe about different elements of power, then show the audience proof into the slide. So at first you are going to describe, then you are showing proof into the slide. After giving proof into the slide, then draw their attention to you by making comment it that by considering all of these things, power is this. So here what actually happens into the audiences is that when you describe elements, audiences look at you. Then second phase, when you show them proof, they look at the PowerPoint slides. In the third phase, when you again come back to your topic and comment on the topic, they look at you. This is how you control your audience. Sometimes they are looking at you, sometimes you are making them look at the slide, and then you are drawing their attention again to you. This will help you guide your audience what they will do, and ultimately the result will be that audiences are not going to feel bored. In the next time, use hand motions. These hand motions will create an animation, and these animations will draw the audience's attention too. Move your hands along as long as you talk, using them to emphasize points and keep the audience interested by pointing something through your hands. It will also channel your nervous energy into a better place. In the next, have a good conclusion, because if something is concluded very good, it will also create a good impression into the class and into the teachers. Your conclusion is your final impression on your audience, including your teacher. Make it exciting by introducing a final statistics or come up with something creative to do at the end. Conclusions are important for this reason that you may perform good at the beginning, you may perform bad or average in the middle of your presentation, but if your conclusions are good, then it will create a last and everlasting positive image into your audience. Your conclusions can be anything so long as your audience knows you are finished. Tell a story, maybe one with a personal note. Stories are great for history or English presentations. You can also collect stories for business presentations too. So collect some stories. Conclude your presentation topic with a simple story. Ask proactive questions. What may happen if we do not follow it? Ask these questions to the audience. Do not seek for answer, but ask them these questions and they will think even after your presentation is end. Ending with a question is a good way of getting your audience to think about your presentation in an interesting way. Is there a certain conclusion you want them to come to? By the way, you have to ensure a very good conclusions. When you walk back to your seat, keep your smiles. People may not clap you, people may not give you a very good applause, but keep your smiles, because it has also a value into those people who are going to give you a very good marks. Know that you just have presented your report and that you just did something that many people would never be able to do. Don't be disappointed even if you don't get applause. Just stay confident and have a smile in your face even after you reach to your seat. And this smiling face will create a positive impressions into your classmates and also into your teachers. In addition to these suggestions, always follow some common formalities, like when you talk, ask permission from your teacher. When you are going to start your presentations, give your name, your ID, your identity to the audience, and to the teachers, because this is a common social norms. In addition to that, your dress code also has a great value into the audiences. If you are into a formal presentations, always be prepared with a formal get up setup, and don't be like in a mood or in an attitude like you are in a hurry. Your hairs are hair looks like you are not in a presentation mood. Don't say that I have just get up from the bed and going to sleep this topic. Don't be like this. Even if you do this, but don't say this to them. Be very polite, be formal, show them that you are very prepared, you give presentation very importance. So ensure this dress code, your speech, your norms, your attitudes, smiley face, and this will ensure definitely a very good and positive presentations. So with this, thank you all. And if you need any further information, don't hesitate to email me at new studentshelp17 at gmail.com. So with this, thank you all.